Peace and love, brothers and sisters. This is Sister Melanin through Tekh, and I feel motivated to make this video. I just got finished watching the 3-part series of Streets of Compton. And it was basically giving the history and a breakdown of Compton, down from when brothers and sisters were starting to move there, and there was segregation between the whites and blacks, how the gangs started to form, the evolution of hip-hop or rap music coming out of Compton, which we all know the pioneers of that was NWA, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and so on and so forth. So as I'm watching this documentary, I thought it was going to be something that was going to be uplifting and also talking about solutions. But once again, time after time after time, we always seem to know the problem. And this goes into Negroes know what's going on in the hood. But we keep making excuses by saying brothers and sisters are sleeping. As I was watching this documentary about watching these black degenerates destroy black communities that we heavily populate, that we could turn the cities that we are in largely by population, we could turn into Black Wall Street. So I'm listening to their explanation on why they destroy their own people. And the premise of their excuse is, I don't give a fuck. For you to be so ruthless and so toxic, you don't even care about children. Now, what we're speaking about is goddamn demons. I'm watching this video, and I was hoping that by the 3rd part, because it's 3 parts, that at the end of it, I thought it was going to discuss how Compton is going through a detox process to purify and to cleanse this environment, get all the gangbangers out, or find a solution where they can come together on commonalities, which means everybody is against us, and why don't we unify as a brotherhood? I'm not trying to take the gang mentality away or sets away, but we need to understand that we are all on the same team. So the interviewer asked Gang, what is the future of Compton? And he pointed to his nephew. He said, you should be asking him. And he said, what's the future of Compton? And he said, what you want to be when you grow up? This young boy said, a rapper. I thought he would say a lawyer. I thought he would say to do something with his life where he could come back. See, people profess they love the hood they come from, but they don't go get credentials and skills and abilities, vital tools to come back and truly liberate these people they allege care that they love. Niggas, black degenerates don't love nobody. They love crime. They love violence. They love confusion. They love fake love and phoniness. I'm looking at the sister who's the mayor of Compton. And I'm listening to her talk about she's trying to bridge the gap and bring employment to Compton. Why you have to bring in employment when you have able minds and bodies who can create their own jobs? The only thing they need is startup capital. So they was bringing in a Walmart, and then this gang member was like, oh, there's a Walmart being built, and I was set, we're going to run this over here. So the plan for Compton to build up its economy is to have outside invaders to our communities to employ us that's not reinvesting any of their funds back into Compton. No, we need to question these goddamn leaderships. The leadership of the people that we think they buck dance and they do a little bit of shit. But truly, it does not help us. Sometimes watching shit like this motivates me to get into politics, because I feel like the place that I belong, that I want to save, is East New York, Brooklyn. The last place that has the highest concentration of black people. We're not talking about the serious things that are needed to be done. We don't need to bring in invaders to employ us. We are the builders. We are the founders of this planet. And we built America, the blood, sweat, and tears of our goddamn ancestors. We don't need nobody outside to come in and help. We need to unite, and we need to use the black intellect that we have. Instead of them being used by the system against us, we need to surround and protect the black intellectual ones who are the masterminds that are going to make a blueprint and a blueprint for us that we need to follow to liberate ourselves for the future of our children. We need to lose this mentality of not giving a fuck, because that's not going to go so far. I'm at a point when we need to wake up. When I talk about it's time for us to go through a purge, it is that serious. Because for people to sit back and to hurt children, the number one thing that sickens me is these goddamn gangs. You can kill your brother. You can do drive-bys and hit these innocent black babies. Your babies. Innocent people that has nothing to do with the lifestyle you chose. But you do nothing against our oppressors. You do nothing to get these Asians. There's Arab-owned businesses, Jewish-owned businesses, Arab-owned businesses in Compton. How the fuck can they cross over into your turf, but a brother or a sister can't cross the goddamn street? You cowards, or you bloods, or you crips, or you niggas that wanna, name yourself after a goddamn block that you don't own. You are a piece of shit. You are a pussy. And the first thing I want to do when we rise up and we purge ourselves of you degenerate black motherfuckers, because there's not going to be no more excuses. There's not going to be, I didn't know, I didn't have knowledge. No. Excuses is going to stop. Excuses is going to stop for the sake of the future of black children. We don't have enough strong role models out there that our babies can look up to. For them to be appointed to positions so we can start building up, so we can really form a strong nation. We need lawyers. We need doctors. We need lawyers. I'm upset because I just watching this documentary and just listening to the history of how we killed each other. We was just slaughtering each other. And how we just, I don't know how we get blindsided. A lot of people can sit here and say, we was infiltrated and the system this and the system that. Nothing can trump love and dedication and loyalty to your own. I grew up in a goddamn hood. So we can get the hell on out of here with these excuses. I never was the one to go out there, sell drugs, do harm. First of all, I never done harm to any human being or mankind on this planet. But to sit there and do something to my own, I had a divine connection with my people, even if I lacked knowledge in certain areas and capacities. I always sat back as a young child, figuring out what can I do to help. I even thought, even when I was a Christian, if I could become a preacher, maybe if I give the good word of the Lord, I can open up the eyes and motivate those who feel helpless and down and out to invoke the spirit that they have, this everlasting love from the Heavenly Father. As a young child, I felt this burden and passion on how can I help, how can I save? But then as life go on and you're just trying to find yourself and your calling, you can't really focus on a group of people. But in the midst, even if you can't focus on your nation, that doesn't give you an excuse to go out there and be a goddamn demon to your own. We all wake up and see the ills that plague us. Because every time I watch these documentaries, niggas in the hood know exactly what's going on. But nobody's making the effort to build and to focus on solution. I mean, we all can bitch about the problem. We all know what's going down in 2016 and what's been happening to us for centuries now. Centuries. And as I watch the game, professing, or any of these people that come out of the Pacific area, what are these celebrities doing to come back for the people they profess that they love, the area, their home in which they profess or claim or allege that they love in their music? The game can go back and build at least a community system. You was raised out there. You know the main problem, that the main cause of all these criminal activities, these deviant behaviors, are stemming from lack of activity and brain stimulation. So if we all know this and you have the resources, my brother, you telling me you can't just go back and build a community center? You can't rally up all these change men from gang leaders who have the influence of hundreds of thousands of young black boys to bring them to a facility, to build them up as a strong black man, to make them better than what they was? Because a lot of you niggas are ex-drug dealers and ex-murderers. And you profess that you sorry, then dedicate your motherfucking life to lifting us up, since you was the one that was part of the fucking problem. Because for me, I feel all drug dealers should be exterminated. I don't give a fuck if you did change. One crack bag teared up a whole family. You knew what drugs did. You knew what drugs did to individuals. It can kill them. It sickens them. You knew they had children. Y'all ain't give a crap if y'all sold to pregnant people. I am a child, a product of 2 parents being on drugs. And you destroyed my life. Now, I'm not taking accountability and ownership away from my parents. But I would not sell a substance that would make me participate in somebody's suicide. That'll make it a homicide-suicide case. Because you know what you're packaging up when you're cooking that shit. You know what that does to a person. And because you have knowledge and awareness of what it does, then that means you had a power of choice. And if you chose to do wrong, you are a goddamn demon. You are an untamed animal that needs to be caged or put the fuck down. So all you ex-gangbangers who's out here killing and destroying our community, you want true forgiveness? You want us to truly forgive you? You think you're going to ruin the place that we live and take lives, and think you're going to come back and say, I'm a changed man. I found God, no whether it's Jesus, Allah, or whatever doctrine you found that you feel liberated you as a human being and brought back your sanity, brought back your heart and consciousness. Nigga, nobody forgive you. Put your life on a goddamn line for all the lives that you took. All the children you took away from their families. All the people that's dead rotting in the ground that don't get a second check, and you was a participant in these deaths. How the hell do you go to bed at night? How the hell do any of you niggas go to bed tonight? So I'm calling all you ex-drug dealers and fucking gangbangers. Since you know you have power, influential power, and your name truly rings bells in the hood, get your fucking ass out there on the street and on the front line and save our children and build. Because I'm praying one day when the real black nation build up and we do a background check on your ass. If you have done anything detrimental to our people, we don't give a fuck how much you change, nigga. We're gonna have to sacrifice your ass like a goddamn lamb. However you say it. I'm just upset. Because I thought after the end of the documentary, I thought it was going to explain how game is doing something, or all these successful people that came out of Compton. They was showing some comedians, the brother from Blackish, and they talking about where they come from, but they don't talk about going back and helping. They don't talk about going back and solution. So why even bring up a problem if you're not a part of the solution? How you going to sit here and profess this is where I'm from and this is what I love and this is a part of my culture and who I am? And you sit back and you allow children to grow up in a violent environment without using your voice. Even if you don't put up money, you can't use your voice or your social media outlets to just bring awareness that maybe those who are still living in the hell which you was able to leave, but they're stuck there. Maybe wake them up or be a part of organizations that need backing and support that's willing to put in the footwork in the communities. I swear, if the ancestors are willing, and it's a part of my destiny, I hope I'm able to leave a legacy behind and actually and truly help black people without any excuse. That's why I push myself each and every day. I'm hard. I'm really hard on myself when I feel like a day goes by and I haven't come up with a master plan or idea or a thought to put into play to help my people, but I'm trying to study my people and in which to make a blueprint and a layout of how to strategically to go about liberating our people, or reaching those or manifesting this divine connection of those who are already on the same frequency to reach out to me and we just build. Because time after time after time, you got to get sick of this shit. You got to be tired, and every time black people claim that they're tired, no, you're not tired yet. We're not even at the beginning of being tired. Tired brings change. It brings a change physically, mentally, and spiritually. Tiredness is not something you say. It's tiredness that you feel within, and then you go about making the necessary steps. You take the process of actually changing so you can get up out of this hell. But I thank you all for watching this video. I don't want it to be too long, but if you catch, I'm not entirely knocking the documentary. My problems is we saw about 3 hours of complaining about problems, and not 1 hour or a second dedicated to real solutions on how to elevate our people that are in these areas that have high black on black crime. Peace and love.